A bit chilly tonight. I think it's about 9 degrees, 8 degrees in between the rain. I thought it was actually going to be a little warmer. I feel the dampness on my face, or just the coldness. So right now I have my visor down, but I have it cracked open just so it doesn't fog. So my glasses are what's fogging. Thank you. Oh. Ooh, the mud. I should have just stayed on the thing. So much mud. Damn mud. Should have just stayed on the water. Tried to avoid the water, went through the mud. Luckily didn't fall down. Now my EUC is all full of mud. Not smart. I should just roll through the water. Never doing that again. It's super flooded here. So right now I'm just trying to rinse off the mud by rolling over some more puddles, which is the opposite of what I was trying to do earlier. Lesson learned. I knew mud was bad, but I didn't expect that to be mud. It looked like it was just wet grass. Let's see how muddy is it? Pretty muddy. Stop some of it off. Put it over here. Here. Let's go over on the sidewalk so I don't get run over. Idiots. Of course, he ran through the red. No one crossing yet, so let's go. Gives us a head start to this. Get my horn ready. I almost killed that rat. side. This is my training grounds for seated riding. It's nice and flat, there's no traffic. So here's where you learn to teabag. Man spread, teabag. Man spread, teabag. And then you try and teabag as fast as you can so that you have less instability. Transition quickly. Whew, teabag. It's funny. Training, you just call it teabag. So stand up, man spread, so you splay out your legs to clear the pads, and then you teabag. You just plop your balls right down. Or if you don't have balls, just plop right down. So it's scary when you're first learning, because you're like trying to man spread and then it's wobbling. But then you kind of get the motion down. It just takes time. The key thing is pop up when you need maneuverability. Pop up if you need to stop. Don't try and do it while you're seated, especially when you're learning. Because you won't have as much maneuverability or stopping power when you're seated. Just how it is. So there's a time to sit down and a time to stand up. So it's best to do seated riding if it's nice and flat. There's not many pedestrians, not many curves, not many obstacles like speed bumps or whatnot. You could do it, but it's more challenging. So if it's nice and flat and straight, go for it. Also uphill and downhill. You don't want to do downhill when you're first learning because it's hard to stop and it gets scary. Uphill is also tricky to accelerate as well. You can try it once you get more advanced, but don't do it when you're first learning. U-turn, Tesla, good job. All Teslas do is drive poorly. Don't call me a Tesla owner. I also own a Tesla, not by choice. You can feel the wind. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be windy today. So there's no one else around, so you can do some seated riding. So plop down. Fine. The past few rides I've been using my selfie stick, and without my selfie stick I kind of feel like naked, like there's something missing for my balance. So I usually have the selfie stick on my front right, and it's adding counterweight, so it's helping me accelerate forward. And then the fact that I have a free hand now is just kind of odd. It's pretty windy. I don't know if I want to do Stanley Park in the wind. Yeah, you feel it. There's some gusts going along. Ooh. Yeah, when you get near the water, it gets more windy too. So, praying mantis stance helps you accelerate forward and it cuts through the wind. It may look silly, it actually works. It's kind of similar to the stance I do when I have my selfie stick right in the middle. knees are hurting. So what do they do here? Made a big gap. That's dangerous. So this is the perfect spot if you want to do seated riding, when you're learning especially. It's a quote-unquote protected bike lane, which I've also seen cars driving in. Regardless of that fact, it's flat, not much traffic, and you can see what's going to hit you, because the other cyclists or pedestrians walking in the bike lane. Now that wind, that really kind of like startled me a minute there. I find like if it's in the wind, when you sit down, it helps. But if it's too windy, I find I'm actually better when I'm standing. Because, you know, like, I've been riding EUC for 2+ years, but standing. I've only been riding seated for the past maybe couple of months or so. So you go with what you know, right? If you lose balance, if you're standing, you're more adept to catching your balance. If you have that experience, right? If you have a lot of seated experience, sure, you could be fine. But I don't have that seated experience. So, you know, you can have a gust of wind and then just knock you off center and you lose your balance when you're seated. It's quite windy here. So I'm going to do the praying mantis. It's the only thing with EUC. You're more susceptible to wind. More susceptible to wind. Yeah, you feel the gusts. Yeah, this wind was nowhere earlier. I didn't have this wind. See, like this wind, I would not do North Van for sure. Lionsgate Bridge, hell no. The crosswinds would knock you off balance. I feel like I'm going right into the wind. Stanley Park is in the woods, which is not bad, but there's some parts where it's open. Like a lot of it is open actually. I'll let this car pass by. Not even signaling, so you can't trust it. Cannot trust him. Let's do some seated riding, because he's slow anyway. Good signaling. Like I said, I don't trust him. Or her. You can tell right away when there's a driver you don't trust. They like slightly twitch the steering wheel and you're like, what the hell? Or they go super slow. The cherry blossoms are starting to come out. I wish I had a hose to hose down the mud. My EUC, I don't usually hose down the EUC, but just like certain parts, because there's a lot of caked on mud here on the bottom. Go sit down. So like I was saying, there's some parts where you stand up. Here's where you stand up. It's narrow and you have cross traffic. So people don't always stop here. Some weird construction here. Let's go sit down. Now, do I try Stanley Park? Earlier I said I wasn't, but if I don't do Stanley Park, it's going to be a pretty short ride. Let's do it. I haven't ridden Stanley Park in a while. I haven't taken the selfie stick to Stanley Park because all you would see is just darkness. So let's go. Going the wrong way. Feel the wind. Honk honk. Looks like police. Is it? No, it's not. It's just a Tesla. That's hilarious. It looks nothing like police then. There's a lot of puddles here. Hopefully that'll help wash away some of the mud on my UC. Remember earlier I was avoiding puddles? Now I want to go through some. Damn mud. The mud is the worst on the UC. If it gets in your wheel well and clogs it up. Let's see, does it make any difference what my visor doing? Stop here and rest my legs. Let's do turbo. That's turbo mode lights. If you thought my lights were annoying then, now they're even more annoying. It's basically like a car light. So you need two lights. You have one on your EUC, and you have another one on your helmet. So you have 2 points to swivel. That way, wherever you turn and look, you got light. It's fogging up a bit, so let's open the visor. So here we gotta be careful because these shrubs, they don't trim them very well. The wind is not too bad right now. Let's get off this. Don't want to go down that way. Okay, did you lose anything? No, good. Because sometimes you lose a light or whatnot. There's the police. A nice night between the rain. Because it was raining all day. Okay, good, that guy's leaving. Feel the wind pick up because there's we're right near the water, and plus the trees, the coverage is not there anymore. It's more wide in the open. So keep carving. We do the praying stance, praying mantis. Need some seated riding here. Rest our legs. It's not as windy. stand up here because you don't see what's around the corner. You can have like a deer or something, a log on the ground, fog. The fog just rolled in. So like, I wish I could take a good picture here and be on the other side. Because if you take a picture from here, could you get anything? Maybe. Let's try that out. I already missed my stop. Nah, forget it. I missed my part. There's a part where I could go up there. I'm not gonna go down the wrong way. You'd have to take a zoomed in shot from far away. Let's turn off my lights so I don't blind people. Let's stop here. That's the rest of it. Interesting. This helmet fog quite a bit. And like, it's just, I'm not even doing anything. I'm already fogging up. Let's see the lights. Honestly, this is the perfect layers of clothing I have right now. Don't wear the inner fleece, otherwise it's way too hot. What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Well, I think it is 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, we have daylight savings. To adjust my time. I will keep it on the whole thing because we started at the wrong time. So you had an hour, so it's 10:30, I think. 10:30. Let's see the lights over here. What does this mean? So I'm not sure if I should get the Ace Pro 2. It's better in low light, but this camera is not terrible. I boosted up in post-processing the brightness, and I'm using this special extended power battery bank, which is also a holder for the camera, so it like doubles the battery life. If I were to get the Ace Pro 2, the battery life on that is not the greatest. It's 130... No, it's not 130 minutes. 100 minutes? It's almost like an hour. It's like basically like an hour and a half, like almost like 90 minutes of continuous shooting. Then you gotta change the battery. Most of my rides are 3 to 4 hours. So mid-ride I have to change the battery, which sucks. Or I run a power bank, USB power bank, and then I have to somehow either put that on my helmet or put it in my coat. And you got all these wires sticking out. It's annoying. I don't want to like make my new helmet all cluttered and heavy. So I don't know. The Ace Pro 2 is on sale right now, like $50 off. It's not the cheapest. It's the only sale they ever had. So like, yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards the Insta360 X4. Let me start a rant on that. Right now it's on sale. The same as the Boxing Day pricing, which is like right after Christmas in Canada. So it's regular $689. Now it's on sale for I think $585. So look, about $100 off. Well, this guy was selling on Facebook Marketplace for $200. There's, a slight scratch to the case. He says he doesn't use it, whatnot. The first time I message him, he doesn't respond until maybe 12 hours later. I'm like, okay, all right. And then he answered all my questions. There's some, chatting back and forth. He says he hates, selling on Facebook Marketplace. We set up a time to meet today in Richmond from 6 to 5 p.m. He says he's quote-unquote in Penticton, so, he's going to travel back. So I message him today at 9 o'clock a.m., 11 o'clock a.m., just like, oh, hey, how's it going? I message him both on his cell phone and also Facebook Messenger. Nothing, nothing, no, just crickets. Then I message him around, let time sit. Oh yeah, maybe he's busy, okay. Let's message him at 6 p.m. Nothing. And right now it's like 10 p.m. Nothing. He totally ghosted me. And then it was funny because he was saying he hated selling on Facebook Marketplace because people are just flakes. He was showing me screenshots and he seemed like a normal guy. And then, so I'm going to try one last effort tomorrow morning. I don't know if I should razz him, get a final word in. You know, are you actually a scammer, or are you actually selling this camera? I thought you were legit. I think I should do that. Just, you know, get like something off my chest, because I have his cell phone number, he has my cell phone number. So I'm like, he seems like he's real, it seems like it's this area code. You know, because he's like turned into the person he says he hates. You know, maybe he was just, you know, trying to goad me into like sending money or something. Because the only suspicious thing was that he said, yeah, the other day, that's a memorial. He said the other day, oh, another guy has offered me money if I ship it to him via Canada Post. He's like, would you like to do that as well? I'm like, I told him I don't feel comfortable doing that. You know, it could get lost in the mail, and I have to send my money ahead of time. But and he said, which was kind of weird, oh, don't worry, I can ship it to you first, and then once you receive it, you can pay me. Right away, that's very odd. Because one, he's asking for my address now, right? Two, like, what is he shipping? Right? And it's very odd that he was so quote-unquote generous to do that. I said, no, it's fine. I'd rather meet in person because there could be scammers, you know. And then he's like, oh yeah, cool, that's fine. We'll meet on Sunday. And then it was just crickets, nothing. I think that was yesterday or the day before. So my BS bells are kind of ringing, right? $200 for Insta360 used is really, really cheap. You know, he showed me damage. You know, it was just the case, the lenses. The only thing that irked me was he didn't have any lens guards on. He was like placing them on the table. He sent me a video with his name. Like, okay, he seems like it matches. Unless he created the Facebook account with that name, right? His Facebook account doesn't have any reviews, which is already a BS meter. And then it was only created in 2024. He knew about Richmond, which was okay. You know, we had a plan to meet up somewhere in Richmond. But then, yeah, it's like, he seemed normal, but when someone offers to send you something, or they ask you to send a, you know, like a deposit or something, which he didn't, I was waiting for something like that. I was like, when's the other shoe gonna drop, right? Because when he said he was gonna ship it in the mail, I'm like, oh, it's a scammer. Like, the posting is still there. He's probably trying to scam other people. So the only thing now is he has my cell phone number. I have his, quote unquote, if it's his real cell. I don't know. We'll see. Or it could give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was busy. He says he was in Penticton. Maybe he was flying or something, or tired, or maybe his cell phone battery died or something, right? I should just like say, are you actually legitimately, do you want to sell this, or are you a scammer? Because if you don't respond to something for a full day, you know, you don't know anyone anything, but if you're just going to dick around with something, at least let me know. That's why I hate selling stuff on Facebook, and I hate buying stuff on Facebook. It used to be selling is the worst, but buying now, there's so many scammers out there. Like cell phones, you can't buy used cell phones there. They're all blacklisted or stolen or counterfeit or whatnot. They're all very shady. Even like ones from like 2 years ago, those are all now resellers that are on there. They're all these like shops in Surrey selling these refurb phones. I don't want your crap refurb phone. I want one like used from someone legitimate. But then, you know, you run the risk of it being blacklisted. So it's just very... There's so many scammers out there. It's just ridiculous. It really irks me. Okay, so the Stanley Park was okay. It wasn't too windy. Now this dead cat microphone, I should take off the microphone part, put it inside somewhere where I won't lose it, because it's rubbing against my lip and stuff. It's just annoying. And if I'm gonna go eat something, I don't want like whatever was on my lips going on the dead cat. Or when I put it somewhere, face it up more. Let's see. Pardon me. It's sticking up like here by my nose. It's not in my face. It's like right in my nose right now. It just looks like I have a mole. That's fine. Okay, I don't need to do turbo mode. So what time is it? That's the question. This is 21:47. So you add, let's try and clean our wheel. So 21:47. So add another, you spring forward, so it's 22. 22:47, so it's 10:47. So the shawarma place should still be open. It's called Mr. Shawarma. It's some of the best shawarma that I've had in Vancouver, and there's not that many good shawarma. They're all kind of average. It's not like the shawarma you have in Ottawa. Ottawa has really good shawarma. So like I was saying, like Facebook is just full of flakes. It's so annoying when you're selling stuff. It's the worst. And second worst is buying stuff. Because people will post stuff and then don't reply. It's like, are you actually selling this? You just don't reply. If you see no reviews, that's already a red flag. Like you're very, hesitant. That's why I was kind of like, if this is $200, this could be a steal. Too good to be true kind of thing. It looks a little beat up. But he says he doesn't use it, and he took a video and whatnot. If that's his username. Gave me a cell phone number. He wasn't from Surrey, which is already a red flag. If you're from Surrey, it's like, not to be racist, but it's true. A lot of scammers actually live in Surrey. There's a few things that they'll do. They'll either give you a counterfeit item, mug you there, or just dick around, waste your time, so you go there, and then they don't actually, have anything. Like they're not actually there. Or they'll also, let's try and wash our wheel a little bit. Or they'll ask for a deposit and then disappear. Post will just disappear. I haven't had that happen before as well. Someone was selling like a DJI Mavic 3 Pro, like $400, which was pretty cheap. Like they were responding quickly. Let's meet downtown. Okay, on my way. And then they disappeared. So usually if you see something that's too good to be true or really cheap, the chances of you actually getting it and not being a scam are very slim. Because a lot of people overprice their stuff on Facebook, expect you to buy it. So I don't deal with a lot of Facebook stuff because it's just people are, trying to scalp and make a buck. It's way more expensive. Why would you buy it from someone when you can get it from the shop for not much more? Right? Why buy a cell phone that's like maybe $100 off from some shady guy in Surrey? Even if it's legit, you could blacklist your phone, report it stolen. Whereas you could go to the Samsung store, get a legit one for only $100 more. Makes no sense. Then you got people selling the phones for like, $600 off, brand new. They say inbox with receipt. It's like, is this legit? How is the receipt real? Is the phone real? Can't tell. And then, they don't have reviews. That's the main thing. They're brand new. Their profile was created like this year or last year. Let's go. go sit down, rest our legs. I think we'll go for a shawarma. So there's people walking in near the bike lane. You can't trust them. So pop up, because you never know. You need to be able to stop right away. It's good though, there's no one else around. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Especially late at night, I don't just stop for someone just randomly saying, hey. You want to get mugged, you stop for people, start chatting with people. Call me cynical, but you know, this is Vancouver. There are crazy people around. So these are the first steps that I learned to drop. 3 and then 2. Okay, we got a light. We should take it. Otherwise it'll change. Just be careful with this green stuff. It's super slick. Okay, let's slow down here. It's like there's no one here. Is this a one-way? No, it's a 2-way. Okay, there's no one. It's nice and quiet because it's a Sunday night. This is why I like riding at night, less people. Less chances to run into idiots if the idiots are not out. Call me antisocial, that's what I am. I like to ride when it's just me and clear streets. The second you got other people on the road, that's when you hit issues. Okay, so we have a light now. Can I make it? 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's see. Yes, did it. My 39km/h beeps. They're not cut off beeps. So this is the shawarma place I was talking about. It's my favorite shawarma place. This area is kind of shady at nighttime. Actually, maybe I should try this. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good, thanks. Oh, thanks. Can I have a chicken sausage, please?
Chicken sauce? Yeah. That's everything?
Yeah, that's everything. Over here it should be less wet. People sitting there. Let's see.
That's awesome.
Thanks. Let's see, I can sit over here. Let's see. It's dirty. Let's see. The only thing is there's, maybe if I go over here, because it smells, there's a bus. The bus stinks. Let's go over here. Sit right here, right by the art gallery. I'm actually gonna sit down. I'll just stand. Right about here should be fine. So there was better lighting over there, that's the only thing. Let's see if I can take a picture here. I'll turn it off. There's no way I could get it to take a picture like that standing up. Practice doing some slaloms. Ooh. Not terrible. Some cough drops. pray. Let's see if we can make this light. It's way too short. Like, you have to speed to make those lights. There's no way you can make them between like a max speed of 32k. No way. No way. He got caught or something. Let's see if we can get to this light really slow. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Yeah, we made it. So here you gotta watch out for pedestrians, even though you're in a bike lane. They will just walk out without looking. So that sausage wrap is pretty good. If it was hot and fresh, it was decent. It'd be even better. But it's so much easier to eat, not so filling. Because when you have a shawarma, it's like, it like falls apart. So pro tip for shawarma is ask for a fork. Then when you get down to like the 25% mark, just dig it out with your fork. Don't try and like put your whole mouth in it and everything. It's all over your face. So here, this is a bad intersection. Well, it's not bad now, but there was a cyclist killed here. It was right here. Cyclist was going through and 18-wheeler, just like the trailer part ran right over him. So it was heading that way. So you're heading that way. Cyclist is going straight. He's on the inside corner. And then you have an 18-wheeler who is turning right into that inside corner. So the cyclist keeps going straight. 18-wheeler doesn't see him. He turns right. And then you see the trailer, the rear trailer's 18 wheels, run over his helmet, his head, on the footage. It's very gruesome. He was dead on it, instantly. So sad. Those 18-wheelers, you can't trust them. I've had an accident with them too, because they didn't see me. Wind, you can feel it again. So it says it's 10:20, so it's actually 11:20. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting my microphone up. I don't want it like in my mouth. Yeah, so when I had my helmet up, I had my action cam on the top there. It was pretty front heavy. Like it felt like it was gonna fall forward. So let's sit down. I'm gonna take it easy, do some seated riding. There's no one else around. It's fine, it's a Sunday night. Best time to go out because there's less people. People are at work tomorrow. In the summer, there's more people riding, which I actually do not like because I'm selfish that way and I like to ride when there's no one else around. No one riding like two abreast side by side, no one riding super slow. Not so busy. Oh, there's a lot of these shells. Those shells are like mussels from the seagulls. They just throw them on the ground and it cracks open the shell. Let's test my horn. Every so often it's good to test it. Okay, it's still working. It's sometimes you have to sync it up. There's like a cooldown time for when you don't use it for a while. Here's a good part to stand up because you do not want to cut the corner or not be seen. Funny thing is though, when I'm on my UC, I'm quite high seated because I raise the seat a lot. It's the way I cheat to get to seated riding. Always scan your surroundings because you can't tell. Wind. There's actually no one here. Usually there's always people there, but the light's off. Stand up, pop up. People riding in the bike lane. Walking in the bike lane, whatever. With sunglasses. He was wearing sunglasses. He's too cool, man. He's wearing sunglasses. Not Corey Hart. Wear your sunglasses at night. It is nice to ride. Like, I'd like to go through Chinatown again, but it might be closed. What time is it? I'm debating. No, I should head home because it's getting late. Huh. Who's this guy? He's playing around. Interesting. Other unicyclists. I don't know who that was. Switchman. Curious, where does that go? Feel the wind. Put the visor down. Maybe he can be my front guard, whoever that is up there. Press the lights. I don't know, is he actually biking manually? Or is he using an e-bike? He's going pretty fast. Oh, he's using a manual bike, there's no way. I don't trust him. It's the way he was riding, he's like all over the place. He was like using a full road. Do I hear any cars? Yeah, there's some cars. Let's go. Take this way. That way we don't need to go around. Don't have to wait for the light to change. I hate waiting for a light to change on a hill. It's like, you know, you have that anxiety if you're driving a manual car. It's the exact same way. I hate starting from a stop on a manual hill. It's a nice night to ride. You gotta thread the needle here. Get home, I want to rinse down my wheel, all that mud. Don't hear anyone. Safe. I didn't do as much seated riding today because of the wind, and it felt sketchy. Do some more. practice my turns. I hate these intersections. Because they put that barrier there to prevent cars, but then if you're not paying attention, you're gonna like fly over. Good night to ride. That side drop was perfect. Didn't want something so heavy. So stand up when you need to thread the needle. Okay, let's go this way because there's a car. Screwed myself over. I wanted to cross over and not have to stop. So that's the best thing you could do, is go around one direction so that way you're not fighting both directions. Street here, you gotta be careful because they got some hidden speed bumps. Like here. And here. They're not small speed bumps either. Okay, clear. What's that, a cat? Don't run in front of me! I don't want to die. What you see is your stopping distance is not very good. And if you're seated, that's even worse. Let's go. Yeah, ate it. I still have all my lights with me. Yes. That's the thing you have to check. Make sure you still have all your lights. Props. So we have intersections. You want to stand up in case the wind is picking up again. Feel that. Hear it. So no, I mean, not favorite starts because it's at a weird angle. It's like sloping that way. It's often damn busy too. It's better to slide down the hill and then make it this way. Because when you're starting and the hill is like that, it doesn't help. Whew. Slight wobbles because my legs are a little bit tired. My knees hurt a little bit. I have to like do some more carving. And my right knee hurts the most. It hurt the other ride. Let's see. Do-do. Let's just rest here for a minute. Were you at Canada Place tonight on your unicycle? Question mark. No, it's not Canada Place. Science World. Okay, it's not changing, so I'm just gonna go. Stop driving in the middle of the street, you fucking idiots. No signal, you can't tell what they're doing. I don't know what this guy's doing.